Hell yeah. De colores se visten los campos de la primavera. De colores. Na, 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 na. How's it go?
I don't know, bro.
I'm like, para la bamba se necesita.
You there?
No, not actually. What's up, guys?
How you guys doing?
Welcome to episode number 41.
Yeah.
Hey, we said that at the same time.
I was making the math in my head. I'm like,
Making the math in your
yeah,
head?
I was like, last episode, what's 40? So what's 40 plus 1? Oh, shit, don't put this up.
It's,
I'm
you're
like, carry the 0, carry the 1. and
goddamn
like,
47.
41. Right? 41 and a half.
Oh, man. It's been a long journey to get here. I feel like we did okay.
For what?
I don't know. In life?
Oh, I'm not doing good in life.
Yeah, I mean, TBH. This is the only consistent thing I have in my life.
Same.
I'm like,
Oh, shit, same.
we just start crying.
Fuck.
Like, existential crisis here. No, guys, welcome back to another episode of CharroBeans podcast, a Mariachi podcast where you can come and watch us do stupid shit. Or not do stupid shit. We don't really act out.
Jackass or... Right?
Yeah, jackass.
Yeah.
Yeah, stupid shit. On camera. Yeah.
Oh, now we're gonna, apparently.
Oh, yeah. So,
Alright,
right.
check this out.
Right before we're recording this, we put out something a little bit different. It's kind of like a vlog, Charro vlog. I think it's kind of catchy, right?
It's Charro exposed.
Yeah, you put that right. It's exposed. Well, I can't put everything on there because then we'd probably be like, I don't know, taken in for questioning or something. They're like, "Where were you the night of?"
I'm like, check the blog, right? I'm like, you don't listen to a podcast, bro. Like,
tell the FBI agent.
obviously, it's just like, motherfucker. Like,
I listen to all the podcasts. You're not funny, and I'm like, fuck. No, but yeah, I just thought I bought a camera, and I was like, this would be cool just to kind of get the little moments we talk about, but sometimes it helps to see it. So the idea behind that one was so you can see like what we did, prior to the podcast, and then we go into a little bit more detail on what really went down. Because really, it's a bunch of little snippets, like so, like. I mean, did you feel weird with me like just taking out a camera?
I can't be myself anymore.
I know you said it on there. You're like, no, I can't say nothing.
Yeah,
You should be yourself.
no,
It's like the podcast.
people cannot know.
They
I look a lot meaner if you look at it.
Yeah, that's true too.
'Cause,
you got a resting bitch face.
Besides that, I'm just like, just shit on my face. But
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, like that's how I joke around with the boys.
No, he's not.
Yeah, dude.
He's very aggressive. We're all afraid. We've all taken the time to fully process it.
That's why I'm co-pilot. Like no one wants to sit next
I
to
think
me.
you're just the bully of the group. So like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Anytime we're like fucking up, you're just like fucking whack, and then we'd never do it again.
Wow.
Yeah, just straight exposed here. I don't give a fuck.
Okay then. I'll just get in más eso. Valer madre.
Che, bully Victor. You come in with like eyeliner and black nails y todo el pedo. Ah, damn, you could do that. You know what? It would look good on you. You know why?
What?
Because you're so güero. So like black nails.
The contrast?
Like dye your hair like jet black, leather jacket, just full on bully Victor. No?
It looks like emo Victor from Twilight.
Okay, yeah, I see that too.
What the fuck? What?
You kind of have an Edward Cullen
I
type
know.
vibe to you, like because you're white.
I know.
Yeah,
I know, Sam.
you look like
I know.
you bite
Shut up.
people.
What?
I don't know. Oh, I
I
don't
bite
know.
people?
It looks like you could. Like I would. Like if
Is
someone
it 'cause my
said
teeth are
Victor,
crooked?
they used to be. Now they're looking pretty straight. Back then though, you had the choppers.
They're like a fucking werewolf.
So was that all natural?
What do you mean?
Did you? Like, did your teeth just come in like that? Like, oh, okay.
What's going on?
I mean, you can alter your teeth like on accident. Like, can't you just fall?
Oh,
or
I
something
used to fight a lot when I was little.
Yeah, they can get altered.
Oh, I guess that's it.
Yeah. So like that was all natural.
Nah, because when I was little, I had pelo negro, and I would fall a lot too. So
you would fall?
Yeah.
Like on your face?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You don't see this?
My nose?
You don't see like a little scar right here?
Mm-hmm.
Que me partí la madre, like face first.
It's because we all have childhood injuries. Like all of us growing up.
Or like right here, I have like.
Oh yeah, you have like a mark. Did something bite you?
Okay. Someone brought a lighter to kindergarten.
Oh, that's a serious offense.
Yeah.
Like if someone found out.
It was in Mexico though. No pasa nada.
Oh no, like here they shut down the school. I remember. Yeah, like you were saying, someone brought a lighter.
Yeah. But
just a lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they'll evacuate the school for that shit.
Shit.
Yeah, here like they're very sensitive.
Well, we tried to make a fire during recess. Oh, shit. And this guy had a burning stick, and then like. He turned around. He did like a 180. And I was in that 180 angle, so it just fucking hit me in the cheek. And I was like, I'm fine. But when I got back to class, my teacher was like, what happened to you? Because it was like all pink. Like, no tenía piel, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I put it on Violeta and I was crying.
Oh, like it straight up burned your skin off. Oh, shit. That was a hot-ass little stick.
Yeah, I used to have a lot of scars when I was little. But I guess because I grew up, like, you know, they stretch out, so like they're less visible. But if you look at my face, you're gonna see a lot of things. Like there's a lot of marks.
I feel like you've been through some shit though, because like if you have like a totally perfect face, like you didn't do anything. Like kids nowadays, what are they gonna have, like sore thumbs from their phone?
Acne, right? No,
like yeah, and acne, right, which is natural. Because me, like I was always getting hurt. Like there was always people. Like my little cousins had one cousin who one time, I don't know why, he picked up a tornillo, like a big thick ass one. I was sitting at one end of the driveway, he was at the other, and I just remember he like chunked it, and then boom on my forehead. All I remember is I was like, damn, that fucking hurt, you know. And then I start walking away, and that's when I just like felt the hot ass blood like coming down, and like for a second I thought I looked like a wrestler, like Triple H, like. You know, when they hit him with the chair. Yeah. That's what I thought I looked like. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh, yeah, that's actually what I look like. I just had like, I remember walking towards the front door, like with like blood dripping. Yeah. My mom freaking out. I was like, well, freaking my cousin, he did that thing. Like, I didn't cry, surprisingly.
One time I got a nosebleed and I just let it drip. I'm like, once it stops, I'll just go back. You know,
after all the blood loss, I can pass out, dude.
But my teachers just fucking like. Both of my Estrada, dude, like in kindergarten, we're just banned. Like, I'm just standing by a tree. I'm just like
just letting yourself bleed out.
I'm a kid. I don't know. I'm just waiting for it to stop. So I'm just like,
I feel it's just because when you're young, like you just got like this kind of there was nothing to distract yourself with, so you just kind of looked for things to do. That like one time, like did you have friends on your block?
Yeah.
Like you would play with the neighborhood kids?
We were all friends, bro. Yeah. We had nothing else to do.
Exactly,
right? We had TV or anything.
Yeah. And like we had TV, but it was like there was nothing you wanted to watch. Like everything you wanted to watch was on Saturday. So all I know is that I used to actually hang around with the kids on my block because we had nothing to do. So one day we were like, let's just start boxing.
I've done it.
So like they just started boxing. Like like nobody wants to fight no more. And like nowadays. Back then, they were just like, let's do it for fun. Yeah. So they got gloves, and I remember I was gonna fight this. We kind of went by like age group and like weight class, right? Like it wasn't like the biggest kid versus like me, you know.
That wouldn't be fair.
That wouldn't be fair. But so they put me with this one neighbor kid, and all I remember is that like this is my first fight, so I just remember thinking like, this is my first experience doing this. So like I put in my hands, and like the only time I've ever seen like boxing was like on TV with like my dad. And you know how they are, you know, they have a strategy. They're just like, okay, you know, left hook right here, right hand here, you know, but always keep up your defense and everything. So I thought that's how civilized the fight was going to be. So they put the gloves on me. My mom didn't know I was boxing, by the way. But all I remember is that I was like with the neighbor kid and the other kid. They're all like, okay, ding, 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 let's go. And then like I was already, I had a plan. I was just trying to imitate what I saw on TV. This kid was not imitating at all. Like fool started swinging, just like bah, 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 like no chance to even like put up my gloves or nothing. So I looked like a cartoon character, like bah, 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 like, and then I just remember like just bleeding from my nose and running all the way back to my blog, like motherfucking kid, but I probably threw up too.
What? Why would you throw up?
You never throw up after crying so much?
No.
That's what kids do. They're just like,
what the fuck?
No.
What type of kid are you?
I don't know. I was all sorts of fucked up back in the day, but yeah.
Huh.
How did we get here?
I don't know.
How did we get here?
Pasa nada. You called me Edward for some reason.
At one point, yeah, I did. I never know how we get here. Point is, this is episode 41. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh? Anyway, we had an eventful weekend.
For real?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if you want to watch that, you can see the little snippets on CharroBeans podcast YouTube channel where we put up the video. But I feel like we had a pretty good weekend. Like I said, work's picking up. It's starting to feel a little bit more normal. We're in April now, the 4th month of the year, which is kind of crazy. Like, how many months are we?
12.
This is the end of the first fourth of 2021.
Oh.
That's pretty crazy.
I'm like, can it be over yet?
It's just, it's whatever.
Pasa nada.
I'm not looking forward to. Right now, we have the fan on in here. We're in that point and stage of my house where we don't have the AC on just yet. You know, like it's not hot enough to have the AC. But I'm a real hot guy. Are you? Not like that. Pause. Like I meant, like I'm a warm person. Like, are you a warm person?
I don't know. I've gained a lot of persistence, I guess, because of gigging outside. Yeah.
But like at your house, like, do you okay? This is how I ask. Do you sleep with the fan on?
Yeah.
And can you sleep without it?
Yeah.
But would you rather sleep with it on or off?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
With it on or off? What the fuck does that mean?
It means I will.
Point is, I'm a hot person. Like I just get really hot, so I'm not looking forward to this season at all. I'm taking it baby steps.
I like the hot.
I don't at all.
Why not?
Because it doesn't go with our trajes, and we're
our
not.
Trajes are like our trajes are not meant for any type of weather. They're too thick to be in the hot, and they're too thin to be in the cold.
Yeah.
Y luego no tapan el aire, then no protegen. If you fall, you're done.
That's true. Our trajes aren't really made for any type of weather.
They're just made to look good.
They went with look over comfort,
Yep.
and yeah, okay.
I told you. No, I don't think I told you.
No.
Yeah, they're just made to look good. They're not made for like, tough weather conditions. If you get gamuza, it's too hot.
Because that's true too. Because people have told us in the past, like when we tell them, oh, these trajes are hot or whatever, and they're like, oh, well, they're probably good for the cold, right? And we're like, nope. I mean, you're usually only wearing like one layer anyway, so the traje doesn't protect like at all. It really doesn't. It's not meant for that.
Mm-hmm. It's just meant to look good.
Unless Nike made them. Dang! Shout out to episode 2, Nike dry fit trajes.
No,
but whatever.
Pasa nada again.
Anyway, I feel like we had a good week. What did we do?
Thursday.
Back to Seafood Shack, dude. I still like Seafood Shack. Did we talk about one of our one of the viewers here going to Seafood Shack?
Yeah.
Did we talk about it?
John? Or
no? Remember? So I don't know if you want us to say, but yeah, Michael went to Seafood Shack. He tagged us.
Oh, I thought you meant to go watch it.
No. He went on the day that we weren't there.
Yeah. He's like, fuck that.
Yeah, right. He's like, I want to go eat the food since y'all hype it up so much, but I don't want to watch it. No, but he tagged us and he was like, hey, shout out to us for the plug, the flauta plug, because
he got 4 flautas.
He got 4 though. It's because he explained to me he thought that they were gonna be smaller.
Oh, he talks to you? Because I always text him and he's just like red.
Damn, hashtag exposed. No, but he told me that like he thought that they were gonna be lighter, so he got 4 of them. But they're not like your run of the mill flautas. They're like this big, like they're as big as like 2 or 3 of them.
He hasn't even opened my message, bro.
Damn, exposed.
I hate him.
Damn.
Nah, I love you, bro.
But yeah, he told me that he's like he thought that they were smaller, so he got 4. So I mean, because you're good with two, like with the two flautas and then the rice and what else do they have? Like a little side salad.
Yeah, like cebolla and like.
Oh, what goes over the flautas, like the cabbage,
Right, yeah.
it's like a coleslaw. Yeah. Like it's fine with it's just that, but yeah, like 4 flautas, yeah, that's a little much.
I mean, I'll eat it. Did you finish it?
I don't know.
Cause like I don't think, I mean,
it's humanly possible.
Cause I struggle and it's like, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, it was good. It's a good place to eat. I was super late though. Lately we've talked about this. There's been a bunch of crashes lately on all the routes. Like the good thing about living in the Metroplex is that there are freeways everywhere. So like there's a freeway from Fort Worth to Grapevine. There's one from Fort Worth to Denton to Dallas. I mean,
there's a freeway that goes all around. If you take 820, it turns into like 820, and then it turns into like 20.
Yeah,
and then it goes
like that's what I'm saying. Like the highway will literally take you all the way around the Metroplex. Like there's like you don't have to take any country roads. It's because we live in the city, so you don't take any country roads or those country highways.
We have tollways. I've had people tell them like I'm gonna take the tollway, and they're like, "What's that?" And they're like, "From all these."
Oh states.
Yeah, they don't know what that is.
I'm like it's a road you paid for. Yeah. And I was like, well, I thought our taxes did that.
I fucking hate that.
What?
When the people take the toll road and they go the speed limit of the regular freeway.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm like, dude, you're paying like 90 cents to
go the same rate.
Yeah, like.
Didn't you say one time that you took the toll road for a reason?
What do you mean?
What was it? You said que you got on the toll road so you can speed in peace?
Oh, I tweeted that.
Yeah, okay, that's what. Yeah, okay. I thought you said it to me.
Yeah, because I mean, I do drive pretty fast.
Yeah, you drive pretty fast. Yeah.
How do you know?
Because every once in a while, like we'll end up on the road and we'll see each other, and then you'll just take off like Dom Toretto.
Oh, sorry.
So you're just like, and I'm like, damn. It's because I started slowing down, like getting to where that in and out is on Precinct Line.
Yeah.
Because there's always cops there now. That's where I got pulled over. Yeah. Remember that one time? Yeah, quick story. One time, me and Victor, were coming from.
It was after you got your truck too. That's why you were all hyped up. You were like, "I can speed now."
Remember that? Yeah, it's because back in the day I had a little Mitsubishi Lancer, and it's not like the Lancer you're thinking of, like from Fast and Furious. Like this was from 04, you know. So it was like your little. It was like a gray sedan. It was like you know. That was my car back in the day. I got it for like $2,800. I got it for cash. I just bought it from somebody. But man, shout out to that little car wherever you are. You know, it took me everywhere. You know, San Marcos and College Station. I went to freaking Laredo with that car. Man, I did a lot with that car. Anyway, I'm like, fuck. Yeah. So once I got rid of that car and I bought my truck, I was excited because that little 4-cylinder, like, no nothing, everything's stock, and then especially if there was another person in there or 2 other people, like como batallaba, you know, para levantar, you know, when you push the gas, it's like like it was never like a you know, it never had that pickup, you know. So like it was at the point where, like, you know, sometimes when you just want to be passive aggressive and you want to pass someone up because like they cut you off or something, like I couldn't do that. Like you couldn't just go around them like dumbass motherfucker or whatever. You couldn't do that. You had to go like right next to the person, like looking at them like I'll pass you right now. Hang on.
Whole time you're just like
pinche carro van chinga, you know. Like, but yeah, that's true. One time, me and Victor, back when we used to ride together, back when I lived in Northside, we were coming back from the restaurant. I was all excited, had my truck. I was like, dude, look, now I can like go around people. Like my truck, ahora sí levanta, you know. And I was all excited. And I remember specifically too, we were driving down. You were showing me something on your phone. And then I looked over at your phone. I
told you it could wait. And you're like, nah, just show me.
And I was like, let me see. So like, I look over and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And by the time I look back over, like I seen the cop. Yeah. And he was like, what's it called? He was checking the speed. What's the word? He was
speed gunning. Right.
He was speed gunning.
Oh, he was like speed trap. Yeah, like.
No, there's a word for it. He was using his speed gun. I don't know. I lost the word. Anyway, I saw him super late. So by the time I remember I was going 77 because I had it on cruise control. I was like, oh, badass, I can use the cruise control too. Like my car didn't do that. Well, I had it, but I was always scared to use it because I was like, fuck, si me quedo aquí, wait. Anyway, pues ya yo en chinga. I look over, see the cop. Sure enough, fucking woo. Motherfucker pulls up. He's like, he sees both of us, both in traje. So where are you guys heading at? And I'm like, oh, pues, I'm just trying to get home. You know how fast you were going? And I was like, no, not exactly. So he gave me a ticket. So that was the last ticket I got.
I haven't gotten stopped speeding, but that's because I'm always watching out for cops, or like I guess I'm just lucky at that.
Yeah, you have to be careful though. Yeah, like sometimes they hide very well. Yeah, sometimes,
especially on 30 when you're crossing Arlington by 65.
Yeah, también.
I
hide behind like things you can't see until you like literally pass them.
Yeah, I see me culeo. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with all the cars. Like,
yeah, everybody there in Arlington like already knows too, because everybody's going like 80 to 85, and they get to Arlington, it's like fucking 55, dude. Like,
or like sometimes like someone was speeding and it's like they can't get all of us, you know?
So yeah, so that's true.
Like we're all going to herd.
Yeah, it's a mob mentality. So it's just like, yeah, if everybody goes 70, like, and then, one of us is getting it, but at least the horde.
Then you just pass like the bridge, and sure enough, you see a cop, and you just start like slowly. It turns out its lights, and it's like, woo!
Like, at that point, it's like a lottery. Like, who's gonna get it? Yeah.
Like, full. Anyways,
yeah.
So like, I drive pretty offensively, I guess. So sometimes I don't feel like watching out for cops, so I just take the tollway, and I'm like,
yeah, that's true. And I only take the tolls when I'm in a hurry, or for instance, this last week. There was a wreck where they closed my freeway is usually like 3 lanes, and they closed 2 of them. So it like limited everything. Like I already have like an idea of when I should leave my house in order to get there. But there are times where like, because Arturo one time told me like, dude, you don't check like before getting to the gig. I'm like, well, I do. But the thing is like going to Seafood Shack, like I know it's 30 minutes away, and like I never have an issue except for, of course, that one day that I leave. And there's like, because I was backed up. Like when it was 7:30, which is the time we're supposed to start, like I was still in Fort Worth. Like I was still waiting on trying to get past 8:20. Like I couldn't. So that's when I take the rolls.
On Saturday too. Like, I think you're on your phone.
What?
But like when we're going to that gig in Fort Worth, yeah, there was like, 183 was backed up. Like going from. Not the exit precinct line, which turns into 820, but before that, which one's it's like Bedford
Euless?
Yeah.
Well, there's Bedford. Bedford is the first one.
Which is a couple more miles back. From there there was an accident. Iba hasta until it turned into 820 again. So that's how backed up it was.
Yeah, it's a long stretch of
road. Like it was bad.
Yep.
So people are being reckless, I guess. Because crashes look bad too. Like when you look at the cars, like you can tell there was like a multiple car crash, because you see like I saw a little white car, like the front was fucked up and the back was fucked up. And like, fuck.
Oh, so someone hit in the front end.
Yeah. Like, I gotta drive better. Cause I do speed, but I don't. It's not reckless, you know. Like
I'm just trying to get where I'm going, but faster.
Yeah. Like I don't go like 90, 100. I'm like 5-10 over.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like going 5-10 over, like that's just Texas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because it even happens to this day. Like I'll take the fast lane, and I'm going like 80, 85, and fuckers are still honking behind me. Like, and like you can tell when they're aggressive too, because like they'll get behind you, last literally a second, and if you don't move, they're like, like they automatically. They're like, this dude sucks. Like, and it just goes around you.
Or they try to like push you into the driving faster. Like they get like on your ass.
Yeah.
And you're like,
it's like, I can't. I've tried. That was me in my Lancer anyway.
I'm like, I could, but I'm not doing this for you, bro. Like, so I'll go to the side, or like I'm like, you're wasting gas right now. I can't move. Yeah. You can't move. Just fucking obey the traffic laws.
Yeah.
Yo, cállate igual.
Yeah. You're like, follow the law, buddy. Going 90. Like
Texas law, I guess.
Yeah, Texas law. That's true. But yeah, Seafood Shack was pretty good. We had a return of a returning customer. Who this guy always, I always want to know what he does, because he He always wears like Armani Exchange, fucking Gucci.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like he always wears like these fancy like ish clothes. He always sits at the bar by himself. Well, this last time he had 2 chicks with him. But he's almost always alone. So like as soon as we start like doing talon, like he starts asking us automatically. We always end up playing for him like till close because he actually asks. And keep in mind, $20 per song. I mean, that's not cheap. I mean, I didn't count the songs, but it had to be like $400 or something like that.
God dang, for real?
It had to be that much. I mean, 5 songs, 5, 10, 15, at least 20 songs.
I want to say he spent at least 200.
No, it was more than 10 songs. We did
play for like other tables, and then we kept coming back. Remember that?
The vast majority of the time.
Yeah, he paid for most of it. He paid like $300. I don't think.
Okay, at least 300 then.
Yeah,
at least 300. That's that right there is 15. Wait, wild. I'm like $1,200. No, yeah, he came back. And he always asks for the same stuff too. I don't know. I just feel like if I came back, I would want some different songs. But.
Well, I mean, at least he's not sad anymore. Remember, he would come and he'd be like all sad. He'd be like asking for like me quedan todas. I'm like, no te quedan, bro. Like,
He would sit there and just start drinking. Like he would have a drink.
I think I was crying one time.
Was he crying one time?
I think so.
He was like,
because I remember we were like, oh shit, like this guy's bad.
Yeah,
like.
And at the end, I'm still like, money, please.
Yeah, we're like, hey buddy, that sucks, but
hey buddy, I know I know you're going through a rough time, but that'll be $350.
Yeah, cuando te descansas,
cuando puedas, por favor. Pero no te vas a ir.
Yeah. Because then we'll kick your ass and you'll be sad and you'll feel bad too.
Because then you'll be sad and you'll be fucked up.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, and he was just he was back though. It was kind of cool seeing. A lot of the times too. I mean, we just barely started playing. It's only been like a month since we went back. So, a lot of our customers back in the day are probably finding out, hey, we're back.
Our jefecito was there.
Oh, I felt kind of bad because the owner of the restaurant or the one that basically employs us was there, and we didn't start till like 8, which is totally my fault. Oh, and I didn't even mention, I had left my moño in the van.
Oh yeah.
So I had left my moño in the van, and we wore the blue suit this week, so I had left it there, and I called Arturo. I was like, hey, just letting you know, like I don't know where my moño is. Like I think I left it in the van. Like, could y'all look for it for me? And he was like, yeah, wait, o si no, te traigo uno aquí. He was like, I'm like, all right, that's fine, or whatever. But when I ended up getting there late, I just pulled up, I put on my vihuela, and I started setting up and everything. And he's like, oh, yeah, I forgot your moño. And I'm like, fuck. He's like, así, güey, pues tú dale. And no, I legit look like a mobster. Because, like, I have this like, chain, like, gold chain. So, like, since I had, like, the open collar, like, I look like my dad. Because my dad will go to a party to have the first, like, 3-4 buttons unbuttoned. Like, he has no chest hair. But, like, that's just, like, his style, you know? He just has it, like, completely open. And he has, like, this big old, like, necklace of, like, La Virgen. Like, my dad just looks all gangster. So, like, I felt like that because, like, I'm playing these songs and I have, like, an open shirt and shit. Because it doesn't help, too. I didn't mention, like, the second button on my shirt doesn't, it doesn't have a button, so me cayó. So, like, it's usually covered by the moño. But since, I thought I'd be good, But point is, I look like Scarface playing vihuela. Well, no, fat Scarface.
I was like, Juan Gabriel over here, dude. Like, because he would play like that too. Like,
yeah. Or Pepe Aguilar. Yeah.
Alejandro Fernandez.
All those fuckers.
She's up to date, I guess.
Oh, if anything, I'm revolution. No,
disrespect.
Yeah, I just played with an open shirt throughout the whole thing. And
I took a picture of him. I'm like,
oh, no, like, you
what?
did?
Nah. I'm like, what Mariachi, like, use this as you will. It's just like...
Balcon is like fucking clenching their fist right now.
They're like, this will do.
Yeah. Just post it. Is that like this sounds this looks problematic. Fuck yeah, post it.
They be toxic, bro.
Dude, Balcon is kind of toxic, bro.
Yeah, that's the whole point. It's for people that they like to talk shit. That's how a lot of people manage.
Sometimes se pasan de verga though. They talk about a lot of shit like, I don't know.
Well, that's what happens when you run out of content. You're trying to make something out of nothing. You know what I mean?
That's true, yeah. Because we kind of talked about it on here. You know how, like, there are different styles in mariachi now. Not every girl likes to put up their hair. And, like, because, the charras, they used to like slick the shit out of their hair, you know, and like put on the.
Maybe they want to wear pants. Yeah.
Now, yeah, girls wear pants now. You know, not all of them want to do that. Maybe they'll curl their hair. They just want to look a little nicer. They also have like the shirts, right? They wear like what are they called? They're just like Mexican shirts, Mexico shirts.
Oh, they're like shoulder.
Yeah, where they're like shoulders are exposed, but they don't have like a jacket. Like that's not fully mariachi, but I mean they're out here, you know. But they like to nitpick every little thing. That's what I don't like, because what makes them experts, you know.
Well, I mean that's the thing. Like they're anonymous, so it's like you don't
know who it is. Yeah,
except for apparently for the hashtag, that's how like their little signature.
What is it?
I don't know. It grew a lot. Like
really?
it's a whole system.
Really?
Yeah. There's like different accounts, and they're all like.
Oh, yeah, but it can be a little problematic. Just how much they judge.
Oh, for people that don't know what con marachero is,
oh, yeah.
Basically a page or pages.
It's pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, like and they basically expose people that fucked up, or like they try to make fun of someone, or you know, that's all it is. There's just they see something that's different from the rest, and they're like, check this out, or like, look at this idiot, you know. And
they'll just like insult them, because I mean, I sometimes I look at it too, like, okay, like I get it, some of those are kind of funny. But it's whenever you don't take it as a joke, you take it like a straight serious. It's like they'll be like, some parts of Mexico don't have a lot of money for like a chingón ass traje, you know. They'll be like, este vato pinche pendejo no tiene un pinche monio que no se puede peinar el pelo. I was like, well, you don't know their situation, bro. Like they could literally, this is all they have. Maybe they have a shitty traje and they're just out here trying to play, you know. Like you don't know everybody's situation, so it's like the fact that it's like, just because we all don't look like fucking, you know, like Vargas and Sol, you know, perfect the whole time. Like
the one that the grandma gears is the ones where they make fun of someone's playing ability.
Fun of someone's playing ability.
Yeah, like the one I remember one is like it went big. It was the one of that older guy. It was like brum pum 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 pum. Like you couldn't hold it. Oh, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so you think it's funny, you know?
It's funny,
it's like but it's like that's all he can do, you know? Like,
yeah.
El señor, he's of age and it's like cansado, you know.
He's still getting paid though.
He's pulling through, or whatever. But it's like a lot of people are just like, check out this idiot, and it's like, dude, like.
And that's what I mean. Like you can take it as a joke, you really can, like, because I mean, this whole podcast is a joke, you know what I mean? But like that's the thing, like when you take it so seriously that it's like insulting the man or the woman for doing this and that, that's when you take it too far, because then it's like, okay, then like who makes you the expert? That's really my main point, because like really none of us are experts, dude. I mean, other than like people that have been around so long, you know, the people that people call like maestros and shit, right? Like those guys, I commend them a lot. But like for you to be doing the same thing as me, which is like gigging on the weekends and stuff, like you're no more of an expert than I am, you know, like, which we aren't. You know what I mean? But yeah. So okay, where are we?
So we did Super Shack.
Super Shack is good. We did a gig in this super nice neighborhood in Dallas.
Oh yeah, that's the thing about Dallas. Most of Dallas is pretty like hectic. You know, like people are like, I don't know, something about Dallas. People are just like in their own. To us, they're rude, but I guess to them, it's just their everyday life. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when you walk in New York, people bump into you.
But that's just New York?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You actually been there.
Yeah. Yeah. I've
Lucky.
been, like, I'm just walking. Some parents just like, I'm like, cabrón. But that's just, like, they're also busy on their own thing.
Yeah, they're like, my fault.
Dude, this bus was trying to, like, well, he shouldn't have. But he was in a red light, and he's trying to turn right because there was no traffic, I guess.
Okay.
But there's people crossing. And this guy's just slowly, like, going, like,
the bus?
Yeah, he's like pushing people away, and it's like, if you don't get out the way, I'm gonna keep
kill
moving. You. Yeah, you know. And people is vale madre just walking, you know. It's like
that's true.
That's like Dallas on steroids.
I was gonna say too, because yeah, that's true. Like you kind of have to adapt to the environment. Yeah. Like you can't be soft in places like that, because people that are very sensitive are gonna like struggle.
Yeah,
they're gonna be like they get pushed once and they're gonna call the police. Like,
yeah, like or like driving wise, people are very offensive, and it's like to me it's not that big of a deal. Because sometimes I like to be like, fuck you, like I'm gonna cut you off,
Yeah.
So, but like people that are not used to that, like they're I've seen them on Twitter and Instagram. They're like, we're trying to do that thing where it's like Texarkana and 35 to Waco, all those exits. And then you just gotta pick. You gotta
pick a lane.
Yeah,
or
like go. You gotta know where you gotta go. You gotta know where to go, or you're gonna be like get honked at or like get flipped off because you're like you're basically making it worse for everyone. You know what I mean?
Basically, you just have to know your shit.
Yeah,
know your shit. Like know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, and people make memes of that, like people driving, and it's like that girl from Monsters Inc. She's just like crying. She's like,
oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. What's her name? Boo.
Yeah,
when she's crying. Yeah. I've seen that.
And that's Dallas, but like out of nowhere, you hit like the nice places. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it kind of creeps up on you.
And then they're always next to the toll roads for some reason. Like,
they know, dude. They put the nice neighborhoods in by the toll roads because they're like, bro, that's commission every day. You know what I'm saying? Every time you drive through here, boom, 50 cents a pop. Shit. But no, that's true. Because when I was driving there, like it was kind of by Seafood Shack. Have you noticed that Seafood Shack is like in a nice part of town? Yeah. Like, could you drive up?
I mean, it's next to the airport.
Yeah, it's right next to the airport. Yeah, it's true, and it's the international airport. So like, people are coming out from everywhere there. But for sure, there, like you'll turn a little bit, farther than Seafood Shack. And the houses that we played at were $1 million homes. Like I looked them up because I was just
you
like,
could tell,
just by looking at
the whole
them.
area. And you're like, oy.
Like $50K property taxes at least. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. And then we were talking about it because like we were saying like I'm pretty sure some dude that was like a intern back in the day paid for this house, like because back then houses were so cheap, dude. Like now they're $1 million homes. Back then, I don't know how much they were.
$20K.
Not $20K, but
I saw
what like is a normal price for here now, which is like 300,000.
When I went back to Wada, dude, I can go back to Wada now. There's like a picture of like when they had it, and it said like Wada like 15 cents, and then like milkshake like burger. 30 cents, and I'm like, dang. So I don't know what it reminded me of.
That's inflation, dog. But yeah, those houses were probably like $300,000 back in the day, which is like a nice house here nowadays, like a nice looking house. But those are like mansions, like the ones we played at. So we played for this girl's birthday. Yeah, and
I guess she wanted. It was like Mexican themed?
It was like Mexico themed because they had the hats, they had like the tequila. It was a little bit like of a Mexican themed party. For widows, that's like an exotic place. So
apparently.
So they were like super pumped up, and it was just a serenade. So we only played a couple songs. So we came in like playing Mañanitas,
which is all they needed because they were like they didn't even like want us to stay. They were just like, oh, like good job, That way.
Another one song gig. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm pretty sure like if we played them one song, they would have been like, okay, thank you, and still paid us full price.
Oh, I've done that. Have I told you about that?
Yeah, you told me about that. That's what I'm saying. Like we talked about it on here. You went, and they played one song, and they didn't expect you guys to play more. But it's like, we'll play 6 to 7.
Like, here's $400. Thank you for that one song.
It felt like that because here, like they were so pumped up. As soon as we walked in, they were like ready to dance and go crazy. They started trying to give us shots, and all we played was like your stereotypical "can't take my ass off you."
Dude, those white people were like
La Bamba.
Those white people were like peak genetics. White people.
That one girl was like 7 foot tall.
Yeah, she was taller than me.
Yeah,
that's always that's not her first, but I mean it's rare.
Like and she was tall.
I mean all the guys were taller than me.
2 of me.
Like most of the girls were like my size or taller.
Yeah.
Because I mean I only know because they were dancing in the pastas.
Yeah.
And not once I was just like.
Yeah, you never look down. You're like, oh Lord.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, dude. And it's crazy because like they have that genetic gene pool of like badass genetics. Like they get all that good shit.
Yeah, they all had like perfect jawlines and like full beards, and it's like
I know, right? The full beards. That's what really pissed me off. That's what really pissed me off. But yeah, and we played a nice little serenade for them. We ended up going to the restaurant right after, right?
Yeah.
We're still on Friday. Shit.
Yeah.
But
what have we been talking about?
Huh?
What have we been talking about?
I don't know, dude. It was going pretty quick.
That one out of Plática.
We went to Burros, our planta. Good. It was pretty good. It was the last day of Cuaresma. So lately, what we've been doing is so we usually eat like quesadillas like during the break, just to kind of like quesadillas with meat in them. Like I get, or just isn't it just like a taco with cheese? It's not really a quesadilla if you had meat.
Tacos don't have cheese.
I don't know. It just feels like it's all Mexican food. Mexican food is all the same.
True. So
Anyway.
it's just tortilla with cheese and meat. But since it's you know, is it Good Friday or Holy Friday?
Good Friday.
Okay. Well, point is you can't eat meat on that day.
Right. So we were like, well, shit. And during the set, Victor's like, hey, let's go to a Little Caesars, because the Little Caesars is right there. Like you walk across the street, not all across the street, but like it's right next to the gas station that's right next to Burritos Locos. So we walk over there, and we were already kind of like, oh,
I told you to run. I can't run because my blue suit.
I don't run.
It's not
bro.
like those pants are gonna rip.
If I run from Burritos Locos to Little Caesars, I will throw up.
Why?
Hard.
Why?
It's gonna be all gassed out.
And
then I'll take one pepperoni, please.
I mean, Boyer or Saul could have done it. You know?
Yeah.
But
we only had like a limited time too, because it said 10 o'clock closing time. By the time we got there, it was 9:55, which means we had 5 minutes left. And then the guy was like, he kept going like this. He was like, no, like it's closed. But I'm like, but the light is flashing open. Like
I said we're closed.
yeah. So I was very disappointed, and we were just like, well, I guess we'll eat bean and cheese tacos. So we were walking back, and I was like, well, we can just go to the Sonic. It's it's across the street. And then we're all like, oh yeah, we have cars. Like we can just drive there.
That reminds me, I gotta pay Boyo.
Oh yeah, I didn't pay him either.
Oh shit! Boy's like, cuando quieran, cabrón.
Yeah. Remind us to sell you, brother. Oh no, Venmo. Yeah, you got Venmo. We ended up going to Sonic. That's the thing though. We were like, well, what the hell are we gonna get at Sonic? Like, everything good there has meat too. Like the hot dog, the freaking the burgers. So then Boyo suggested they have mozzarella sticks there. For the longest too, it took us a while to be like, what are we gonna get? Or like, how many? How are we gonna split this up? And then Boyle's like, give me a grilled cheese. And I was like, well, from where? And he's like, it's on the kids menu.
Well, we were judging me for getting that milkshake.
Oh wait, did you? It's because we were like, so you're gonna get mozzarella sticks and a milkshake, double the cheese. And I was just like, well, we said it mostly because like Saul's lactose intolerant. So if he eats mozzarella sticks and a milkshake, like he will die.
Will die
of gas. Like he's like,
he'll kill us, no?
También, we'll go down with them. Pinche. Shit might as well be fucking methane gas or something. But yeah, it was.
Because I was like, why are you guys laughing? Like,
it was just
that look good, you know.
It's literally like to Saul looking at you eat that. It's like you eating an atom bomb, bro. Like, you're just. Because for him, he's like, I do that, dude, we're all going down. Like, if I eat that, we're all going down. But we ended up eating. Oh, I remember ordering, and I was like, let me get 15 mozzarella sticks. Let me get a grilled cheese. Let me get a milkshake. And then, he got some, like, French toast sticks, which were pretty good.
I thought they were fish sticks.
No, they were French toast sticks. Okay. And then I said, just give me a whole lot of marinara. Like, I specifically said that. I was like, dude, there's 15 mozzarella sticks. Like, give me some marinara, right? This dude gave me 2 packets. two packets of fucking marinara sauce. I was like, this isn't enough. Like, I ate them all dry. You know how dry, if you just eat the mozzarella stick, it's very dry.
That's what I did. I had no problem.
I did. I was like, it was like swallowing like Play-Doh, dude. Don't ask me how I know.
Yeah,
Don't ask me how I know how Play-Doh feels like when you eat it. But it's just it's a lot to go down with the marinara gives it like a it lets it slide down your throat.
Like a lube?
Yeah, like a lube.
Don't ask me how I know.
And yeah, so we ended up eating a shitload of mozzarella sticks, and after that, pretty normal planta. We played.
There was a lot of birthdays. It was packed.
Yeah, there was 3 whole tables where each one had like at least like 15 people. Like, yeah, it was a lot of people in there. COVID doesn't exist there anymore, I guess. Here in Texas, the Rangers today had their home opener and they had like 100% capacity. It's like 30,000 people, and I'm like, oh no, I'm just waiting for the team to suck so I can like go when everybody doesn't go. Okay. So that's my plan right now. But next day we ended up going to. What was the first one again?
First one.
Oh, we had that backyard gig. We played for this old lady. It was kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't even like a party. It was literally like them just like chilling in their backyard, and they wanted us to play for the grandma. Yeah. I guess.
They were like, "I want shots." And I'm I'm like, no.
Well, it's because you were still on your non-alcohol. You can't have alcohol.
Which was no problem, to be honest. I'm like chilling. Like I said before, I don't need alcohol. Cause I was pretty late. Oh, ooh, good times. I can't say what I was about to say. Anyways. Yeah.
So they were offering us shots, and that's the thing with our violinist Saul. He kind of looks young. Like
he looks very young.
He was showing us his IDs.
Oh yeah.
His like state issued IDs, and like he showed us the one from when he was 16, right? Or
I think so.
Like when he had his first ID, he showed us the picture, and then he showed us the ID from like a couple years later. Like he was like 19, I think. And at that point, he had gained a little weight. You know, he was a little bit bigger in the face. And then he showed us his most recent ID. And, like, he aged backwards. Like, we're all like, you, like, a little bit chunkier you. And it's like, you again. Like, you literally reverse time, dude. It's pretty crazy. Why did I bring that up? Oh, okay. Because they were handing out the shots. And they asked Saul if they want one. And he was like, oh, well, you know, what did he say? I'm 12? No, I'm 16. I'm 16. Yeah, and they believed him. Yeah. It's because it's very easy to believe.
He's very young. Like, when I met him, I thought he was, like, 17.
Yeah, and we already have a running joke where Victor's his dad.
Oh, yeah. It's because back in November when I had my facial hair, or I tried to get facial hair.
No, you had a beard. Like, if you look at the old thumbnails for CharroBeans, like, you could see, like, you look like an old man. Like, it's like, the beard really does add.
Anyways, it was one random gig. Like, I remember just being like, I'm like, we're pretty much the same skin color.
Yeah.
He just has, like, a smoother look and, like, younger look. And that's when I told him, like, if I say he's my son, people will believe it.
Probably.
You know? Yeah. And sure enough, like, I think those later days, people, like, will be like, no, canta muy bien ese chavo. And I'm like, sí, es mijo. You know?
And they're like, oh.
And they don't even ask, like, that can't be. They're like, how old were you when you had him? So we made the math. We're like, I can just say I'm 34 right now. And I was like 19 when I had him or some shit.
Yeah.
Right? And so we were making the whole math. And then they're like, they don't even ask, like, there's no way. They're just like, damn, like, you're really young. Or like, you know, like.
Yeah, they don't really question it. Yeah. So they're just like, okay, that's acceptable. So when they asked him for a shot, they're like, oh, that's my dad. Like,
oh yeah.
No, first he said no, like, because I'm 16, and then they asked again later, and I think he took one right, but then they're like, pregúntale a su papá, and then what'd you say?
No, they were like, ya le permiso a su papá, and I'm like, pues ya está para la chingada, que se lo tomen. Like,
this is already fucked anyway.
You see where he's working, you know, like this was bound to happen.
Yeah, miras que anda de charro. What do you think? Yeah, but he was super. I think he ended up getting one.
You got two.
Me?
Yeah, you always drink when I don't drink. I don't know why.
I didn't get one.
I think you hate me.
Not at that gig.
Yeah, but later on.
Yeah, but later on.
You suck. Yeah, but during that gig.
And then we ended up, okay, so we miscalculated. Because, well, not us, our boss.
What's this wee shit, bro? Like,
our boss was like, damn, I fucked up. Because it's like, it was Leonard, Texas, which is like the middle of fucking nowhere. Which was like over an hour away, like to get there from where we were, and that gig was like in the countryside. So when we played there, nothing really happened there other than the guy that looked like Ivan Velasco.
Yeah, no, there was also those cows. They were like, what's going on over there?
Yeah, like they were at a farm, so like they had a bunch of cows like off to the distance. And as soon as we started playing, like they all pulled up and it started like
they were like un chingo de Vicente rep. So they're like, hey, you know? And then we played with Alfredo, and they kind of went away.
Yeah, they all started leaving.
And then, like, the sheep behind us, they're like, like they're like, yeah, that's my jam.
Yeah, they were like, I like Jose Alfredo.
They started coming.
Yeah, so they started going mad. And then the only thing about that gig too is that we were all hungry at this point.
I was starving
because we hadn't really eaten. Like we hadn't stopped anywhere to get some food or anything, so we were kind of starving. And I remember while we were playing, there was like a half-eaten mandarina.
Oh yeah,
behind us, and like Victor was just like,
I was like,
yeah,
hey,
like you're like, I can smell it.
she looked fresh. I was like,
yeah. You're like, no sé si me atrevo, pero.
Oh, you see, like you look at me, I'm just like,
yeah. Like like 3 of the little slivers of the mandarina are gone. I'm like, bro, you smell citrusy.
You're like, you didn't share?
Yeah. I'm all hungry too. Like, dame away. Luckily though, we finished. We explained to the next people. Oh, our boss there is like, we're gonna be late, and it was crazy because we went to that gig and it was a proposal.
It was a birthday.
It was a birthday, but we didn't know that the guy was gonna propose to his girl.
He got me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I did not see that coming. That was a good plot twist.
And it sucks because like since I was recording for like the vlogs, like I could have had it out and actually seen it. I thought he would wait like during because it kind of looked to be that way. Like he kept like wanting to bring her to the middle and like give her attention and stuff like in the middle of the party. So I was like, this feels like a proposal, bro. So like I was gonna take out my camera, but I was gonna wait till after the song. But he did it during Hermoso Cariño, so I was like, fuck. So I could have caught it on camera, but
that's the second time they get me because last time that happened, it was before Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he brought her like a bear and like I think like flowers and balloons for like.
Oh right.
I thought it was just something romantic.
Yeah.
And then he gets on his knee. I'm like, oh my god! Like, like I'm like more excited than her. I'm like, oh, no mames.
You're like, hey, good luck. You know what?
Yeah. I'm like tearing up. I'm like, you guys are so happy.
Because the only thing I kept thinking was like, since it was a proposal, and like I can imagine like the mariachi, like for all you cats that aren't married, you know, since I'm married, I had to go through this, but like proposing is very daunting because like you have to think of. It depends how detail oriented your girl is, I guess. But like my wife isn't, but like I like to do cool stuff with her. I'm like, sus. Get it, like sex. Anyway, but I wanted to do something cool, something like to remember. So like we went on a trip, went to Colorado, and I had this like I looked up this location called Pikes Peak up there. I was like I had a whole plan. I was like, I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna tell someone to take a picture of us, but it's actually a video. And then like while they're taking video, I'm gonna get down on my one knee and I'm gonna propose. I'm gonna take the ring out. Like I had it all planned out. But sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Maybe you go up there and you start feeling like a different anxiety because you're like, fuck, what if that doesn't work? So I ended up doing something completely different. Or like where we were just walking and that's where I did it. I did it somewhere else, like where nobody else saw us. It was just us two. But anyway, like this guy like was going to, I guess his plan was like, okay, like the mariachi are going to get here on time at 8. They're gonna get here. I'm gonna bring her to the middle. You know, we're gonna start. We're gonna go ahead and play, and then I'll get down on one knee and I'll do it. Like that's probably his plan. But it's like I can imagine he's already all nervous, and he's like Arturo, and he's like, "Hey, nomás pa que sepas, vamos a estar tarde." And he's like, "Well, how late? Probably like an hour late." like that. Just I can imagine just being like, "Fuck!" Like that just ruins everything, you know. I wonder how that guy felt.
Pasa nada.
He didn't pay us. He was like, man, fuck you guys.
Pasa nada. Yeah, I was a gig where I got something in my.
Oh yeah.
In my foot.
You had like a splinter thing.
I think so. I just felt it. Like I was trying to look at it.
Where did it stab you?
Like in my middle.
Your middle finger toe?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Like I was just stepping, and then I just felt something just like, whoop. I'm like. Like that thing hurt. I couldn't walk.
It was like have you seen Home Alone?
Yeah.
You know where he steps on the nail, like where he does it slowly. There's like a nail on the staircase. Like he put a nail there. So like when he steps, it's not like a it's more like a, and he's like
yeah.
So it was like a slow burn, you know.
I was like, fuck.
I just remember that you were like, fuck, I think there's something in my foot or whatever, and I was like, damn, well, you know, once we finish. Just take off your boot and see what it was. You know, take it off. But you were walking when we were walking towards the van. Like you looked like you shit yourself because you were like limping. Yeah. So the people in the audience are like, "Este güey se cagó." No todo cagado.
Le dio un calambre.
We're gonna change your diaper real quick. But yeah, it was funny. You ended up taking it out. And then the last gig. So that's the thing too. Like so that very far gig like nos atrasó all the gigs.
It cascades into the. Making us even more late.
Yeah, but so by the time we got to the last gig, we were probably like a whole hour late. But they were returning customers. They were cool with it. They were just like, okay, just let us know. And that gig, all they wanted to do was dance. We didn't even really play any rap. If you think about it, like all we did.
That's what the family always.
Yeah.
For the most part, wants. You know.
So they just wanted to dance along with the party guests and stuff. On the video, you can see that some little girl fell down.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I didn't get to see it, but that's why I was glad I was recording. Like, so I was recording with my camera, and it just happened.
Where she fell, dude.
It's because it was like a chair.
Yeah.
It was like una chair traicionera, dude. Because like if you don't get on it correctly, like you will bust your ass. Because it's almost like a hammock type. Because it's like free hanging. But if you get on it like at a weird angle, like you will flip over. So like I guess like I was like dancing. So I didn't see it, but my camera did. But you and Saul probably saw it, right?
I was dying.
So I was like dancing and I was whatever, and I was like turning, and that's when like I heard you guys laughing. And by the time I looked down, I was like, oh, she fell, she fell. And then when I was like reviewing the video, and I was like, oh yeah, I like how she just like got up, cleaned herself off. She just walked away, like that never happened. It's like that wasn't me, you know.
I was laughing so hard,
and I was like, I caught you in 4K, like I literally caught you in 4K. But yeah, she just busted her ass. It was so funny. I talked about this, right? I love people just busting their ass, even though that happened to me. Like if I saw that, I would laugh. Like
I was laughing. Yeah. I was dying.
Yeah, I love people busting.
Apparently, some lady fell too.
Oh yeah, she felt. Well, we didn't see it. Our boss said that. I guess when she was walking out of the gig, she also busted her ass. She said, "No mames, güey, se cayó como Sammy," and I was like, "You didn't even see it." But yeah,
he said she fell face first.
Yeah, so she fell like I did, but I had the reflexes and she didn't. So she, from what I heard, she basically like face planted. Like,
the worst part was she was on gravel, I think. They said.
Yeah, there was gravel. Yeah,
that makes it worse.
I didn't see it happen, but I heard about it.
I would have been like, "You good, bro?"
Like you. We saw it on here, but like when I busted my ass, like Victor was telling me if I was okay, but he was laughing the whole time.
I was like, "You're okay." I'm just making sure. If you weren't, I'd be like, "Oh shit, you're not okay."
You still laughing? Yeah. No, but
you just like all dislocated.
All Family Guy. Yeah. No, but it was a good time. I think it was a good weekend. We ended up getting home. I mean, I ended up getting home like at 1:30 after Whataburger. It took a while.
I was gonna go because my Lent finished.
Yeah,
but I saw the line. I was like, no, like I'm tired.
Yeah. I was asking Victor because I was like, hey, so you're gonna get Whataburger today, right? Like today's your day, right? And he's like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna go. And I'm like, oh, why?
No, I said I was gonna go, but as soon as I
after I convinced you though, I was like, bro, but
yeah.
you haven't had it in 40 days. Like you have to have it. Like this is the moment you. No, it's because you said I'd rather get it tomorrow. I was like, no, because it's not worth it. Like you want to get it when you're like super tired right now. You can go over there and you can get it right now. You know what I mean? But you can get it right now. Like this is when it hits, bro. Like when you eat after the gig. So like,
and I was like, all right. I'm like, you convinced me. I'm like, say less.
And then you didn't go.
Yeah, because that line was going into the fucking highway, dude.
I mean, that's what happened to me. Like I ended up having to park. Like I wasn't even in the Whataburger like line. I was on the outside of it. I was on the outside of the building, on the street. So like I had to park like in the parking lot and then get in the line.
I saw that and I was like, I'm gonna fall asleep like waiting for this. So I'm like, I want to live. I choose life. Like
legit. If I wasn't already there and I had already put in the time, I probably would have left too. But it was just like we hadn't eaten properly all day too. Like we only stopped once to get like real food, and gas station food isn't real food. Like something about it where like it's good like when you're eating it, but then like
I think it's just good now because we're just used to it.
And then, but I'm saying like it'll go through me like pretty quick. Like I'm like I'm hungry again. You know, like it's almost like you're eating like air. Like you're only eating the outside and the inside is hollow. Like
Lays.
Yeah, Lays.
Yeah, Lays. Because they have like there's only half the bag filled up.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, it was an eventful weekend.
Yeah,
I think it was pretty good. Anyway, let's get into Charro Chat. Charro Chat. Okay, so Louis Armstrong says, how would you react if you got to gig with the famous Mariachi?
I always treat him the same. Because I've... Who was the last person I played with? I played with like a guy that was in Mariachi 2000, like Cuarenta. better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do they play?
He plays trumpet.
Oh okay.
And like he's a cool guy, but like you kind of forget, you know.
That's true. You kind of forget that they're just guys.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously show them respect, but it's like,
and I'm like, I kind of don't want to bother them, you know,
That's
because I feel
another
like they get enough questions of like, hey, how's it feel playing in this group or anything. I feel like they just want a normal conversation, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like treat them like someone else.
Well, that's kind of why like those talk shows and stuff like that, they like talking to them. Well, hang on, I'm saying it kind of different. Like celebrities, or like in general, not just Mariachi, but like celebrities in general, like when people just talk to them normally, because they're not like, "How was your latest film project? Like, what was hard about the role?" Like, it's just like talking to them like if you were talking to them like in a coffee shop or something. Yeah. That's what kind of gets them. So yeah, I guess it'll be the same thing. Like, well, first of all, I'd like to see how they are. You know, what they probably pick up on. What's something that they definitely like. What's the vibe that they throw off? And if it's depending on what it is, that's how you know how to approach it. But yeah, you would just talk to them pretty normal and just hopefully they like you enough to be cool with them. Band or orchestra if given a choice.
I did orchestra, but
you did orchestra? Oh, because you had to.
No, I just did.
It wasn't it because the whole thing with Dr. G and you couldn't get in 6th grade, or
no? That was in high school.
When was this?
I want to say senior year.
Oh really?
I did it just for fun. Yeah, I did like the stand-up bass. Or in Mexico it's called tololoche. You didn't know how to play that? What? Like I can play like stand-up bass.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
Sakala, wait.
For real, you didn't know
Well,
that?
I was in college. I wasn't around you anymore.
I did it for like a semester. Like it's not that hard. It's pretty cool.
But I would think that the. Oh wait, did you play it with the bow?
Yeah.
I thought you plucked that one.
You can too.
Oh.
I had to do both.
I'm like, sakala.
I was like,
bring that one to the gig. Dang, that'd be a big.
Yeah, no.
We had to strap that shit to the top. But I feel does a guitarrón resonate more than that instrument?
It has lower octaves, I think.
Lower octaves? But when you pluck them, like, would you still hear more guitarrón?
It's like a tololoche, bro.
Oh.
So like.
But the tololoche has like that slap quality too.
Yeah, but it's an instrument. It's just the style that you put into it.
Okay. I don't know shit. For me, I wouldn't do orchestra. Maybe I'd do band, but just because I always wanted to play drums. I always wanted to play but not like the drum. I don't know all the instruments, but the one with all of them. I just wanted to play snare drum. Like I think every person that gets in band wants to play the snare drum, and then they tell them like, no, you have to play something else. Like,
the ones at North were pretty good.
I always wanted to like do that drumline shit, like to be in a line, and just all of us be badass, like
a badass rhythm.
But then I looked at the music and I was like, fuck, this shit looks hard, bro. This person says, what's your stance on OGs being paid more simply because of age, not because of skill or rep? I haven't seen about age. That's a new one.
Yeah.
Like they'll like if I'm 30 and you're 15, I get more than you.
Yeah.
I guess the way the Caiman looks at it, they're more like, well, this dude doesn't need all that money, so I'll just take. But I don't agree with that because it's like he's doing the same amount of work. Like even if he's,
I don't agree with people getting different pay, and except for the boss.
Yeah.
Who actually it's a grupo,
Yeah, it's his group.
But I don't really agree for anyone just having different pay just because everyone's doing the similar work. Even if you don't know songs, you're struggling or I'm hoping you're trying to like get it together, you know?
Yeah.
Same as if you're an experienced player, you know what you're doing, but Mariachi songs are not hard. You know, if you look at the music, you know, it's just a few notes here and there, an adorno. Yeah. What's hard is putting the style in, you know? So, like, doing stuff like that is what, gets your paycheck. So, like, everyone's putting the same amount of work. So, you could even say that beginners are working extra because they're constantly, like...
Plus, they have to deal with the fact of people being like, this motherfucker doesn't know shit.
Exactly.
And that takes a toll on you as well.
It's a lot of extra pressure because as soon as one song finishes, you gotta learn the next one that you don't know. So you constantly, your brain is working overtime. Yeah. You know, so that's what I think. Like,
I think that's would be the thing for me. Like, when I don't know a song, even today, I'm like, fuck, like I ain't shit. Like I need to get down and really practice these or whatever. Even a song that you're supposed to already know. Like sometimes it does suck. Like you're supposed to put in that work to at least try to learn it.
I mean, I noticed it now. Now that I think about it, like when I was starting, I was always like, dude, how does this go? Like I was asking people, ¿Cómo va? ¿Qué tono? ¿Qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Cuándo? ¿Cómo? ¿Tiene paradas? ¿Tiene esto?
Yeah.
And now, like we finish the song, and I'm like, okay, I can chill now for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, they ask for the next song. All right, cool. You know, you chill again. Like that big difference compared to the beginning. You know.
Yep.
So like that kind of tells you.
And that just kind of makes it unfair because, like, not everybody knows how to sing. Not everybody knows, you know, because, like, you're saying it like, oh, this guy sings more, so we're going to pay him a lot more than you. Like, that's also another bad thing because it's like, well, it's not his fault he can't sing yet. Like, some people, like, it takes them a while, too. You know, just you got to give them time. Or the other thing is maybe they just fucking suck at singing and they just don't want to, you know. Maybe people got anxiety or they don't want to freaking sing because it's nervous. You know, they make them nervous. Shit, I can barely talk on this podcast. You want me to sing? Like, that's just the fuck up. I'm like, let's move on. Oh man. This person says one person you could kick out of the mariachi world and why. I don't know if it means like.
I'm not gonna say names, but I will kick out a toxic person.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
that's for you.
That's what I like about the group I'm in. There's even though I mean we do get upset at people sometimes, you know. Yeah. It's like there's no big beef between any of us. You know, I feel like there was a person like that. Like she's trying to like be like, hey, like, you know, she's being a pushover or like, you know, trying to make someone feel bad. I would, if I was a boss, I would kick you out. Even if you were like the best of the best, I'd be like, I don't want your shit. You're making everyone else feel bad. You know, it's being counterproductive. Like, get the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, it's true. Like, for me, it would be just people that I would, like, I'm not going to say any names either. Like, I don't want to stir some shit up. It's more like the people that are like, that just think that they're the shit. I hate that. Like, even if you were the shit, like, it's the way you act. Because, like, a lot of people, like, don't like the guy that is super chingon but is a dick about it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if I was a violin player and I'd be like, look, bro, like, I can do all this and this and that. Like, you fucking suck, bro. Like, fucking do it like me. Like, it's like, there's no necessity for that. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like,
we're getting paid the same.
Oh, unless he's getting fucking dogged like these guys. But, yeah, like, for me, like, sometimes in the vihuela world, I see that because it's like, you know, I even tell you, like, I'll fuck up during a song. I'm like, bro, I know I ain't shit. And it's because I know I'm not shit. Like, I don't claim to be anything more than I am. But people will literally be like, that motherfucker sucks, dude. Like, he can't play at all. Like, and it's like, yo toco más chingón. And it's like, dude, like, that's just so stupid. Like, we're not in high school. So, like, for me, it's more like the people that just think they're the shit. Or even if they were the shit. It's just, I think the most important thing is the way you act around people. Yeah. So, like, if you're the shit or you're not, like, for me, it's how you're acting with the person that you're playing with. Like, no matter who comes in, sea tu compañero, like someone that's actually in your section or someone that's in the violin section, whatever, like, it's in the way you treat them. And then also keep in mind, like, everybody is watching you. Like, everybody will have an opinion on you. So, I mean, it depends on you whether you want that to be a positive one or a negative one. You know what I mean? Just treat people right, and most of the time they'll treat you right back. You know, that's kind of how I look at it anyway. And I think we had one more. We had a confession. I don't want to say it all because it's kind of bad. It was basically talking about how some bosses are bad people. I'll just say that because I don't want to get in trouble with anybody. Like, there are people out there in the mariachi world who are out to get you, and I'll just go ahead and say that. This person says that, you know, a lot of the bosses, I guess, that they have come in contact with have either done them wrong or done wrong things to them, or we've heard it time and time again. People like just steal money from these players. Like, it's like you play 6 hours and you come out there with $100, and that's so unfair, you know. I'm saying, if you see that you're in a bad situation, get out of it. I think we've said it on here before. You can pretty much yourself see. A lot of us, you know, are smart enough to see it, or sometimes we have friends around us that will tell us, hey, look, get out of the situation. that's very bad. You don't want to go back there. Like, if you know you're in a rough situation with the group or anything like that, learn to recognize that and find the best way to get out of that. Because that's one thing about mariachi. I don't think I would be doing mariachi this long if I was unhappy in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I really didn't enjoy it, I would just stop. But since I still enjoy it and it gives me content to do on like stuff like this, if I really did not enjoy it, I would stop. If I felt like I was being treated unfairly, I would leave, from the group. If I felt like I was being stolen from, I would leave. That's just the person I am. But I implore you guys to please watch out the situation that you guys are in. If you are truly unhappy with where you are in a group or in a musical setting, really see what your best course is to continue and hopefully fix some stuff or get out of it. Because really, you're not going to be happy there. If you're already unhappy now, chances are it's not going to get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to talk more to this person just because.
Yeah, it feels like a little too personal to go into that, and I don't want to just put that out there. But that's pretty much like my advice after reading that comment or that confession or whatever. If you're listening, that's pretty much my stance on that. You have anything to say?
No.
Oh.
I mean, we've talked about stuff like that before. Yeah. But there's more to it. So
yeah.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah. So just be careful, guys. That's what I'm saying. This is a very great thing to do, but it can also be dangerous. So just watch out there. A lot of weird stuff out there.
Because I mean, it's not just shadows. There's just bad people out there, and it's like,
yep.
You just gotta watch out for that.
Yeah. Take care of yourselves. That's basically what we're saying. Use this to have fun. Mariachi I feel like it's fun. It's always fun for me, and it's always been fun for the people that I've come in contact in playing with it. So just watch out for your situations.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Pasa nada.
And I think we can end it on that note.
Thank you guys for watching. Come back. Come again.
I think that's it. I think that's a good episode for number 41. Let us know if you like the vlog content. I think that was a fun little video, something different for the channel for you guys to kind of see what we're talking about. We'll go more into detail with the podcast. Obviously, we can talk to you for an hour. But if you guys like that kind of content, let us know. Like it, share, subscribe, rate us on Apple Podcasts. I've always said that just to help us out with our viewer count and our ratings. Like, share, subscribe, and follow CharroBeans Podcast at CharroBeans Podcast. We still have a store with merch. CharroBeanShop.com is still open. So
yeah.
Grab yourself a shirt, and hopefully we get some new merch soon. And I think that about does it here.
Yeah, thank you guys again.
All right.
Love you.
We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all. Bye-bye. Hashtag not sponsored.